The people who complain about the current offside rule, I just don't get it. I know 99% of them are Madridistas who get upset when Hansi Flick catches Mbappe offside. Let's call it what it is. But of course, you've seen this season, he gets caught offside, not just by Barcelona, but by many teams. He goes early and he gets caught for it. So their proposed Arsene Wenger rule change, which is this one right here, is that the player will only be offside if every single part of his body is ahead of the last defender. Number one, I think that's ridiculous because that's a huge gap that you're getting, that you're kind of basically cheating. I mean, so what? I can stick my leg behind me just so that my toe is intersecting with the line where this person's knee is behind me, and I won't be offside, but as you can see, I'm a yard away, standing in offside position. I think that's absurd, and I think that it just doesn't make any sense to give the attackers that much of an advantage. Now, here's the other thing. Here's the real reason why a lot of them complain is that, as you can see in this example right here, they complain that, oh, he's only offside by a millimeter, if that. A millimeter is a millimeter. A millimeter is offside. It doesn't matter if you're offside by 10 yards, a yard, a foot, a centimeter, or a millimeter. If you're in front of the last defender, you are offside. Doesn't matter by how much. We always have to have a reference point. What do I mean by that? And I'm not a scientific guy. Trust me, I'm not a math guy. I'm not anything like that, as you can probably tell. But we always have to take a reference from somewhere. And from that reference, we then calculate the distance to see if this other player is in front of it. In this case, the reference was the last defender's foot. And you can see Mbappe's head is over by a millimeter. Yes, by a millimeter. Offside. Still offside. So with this genius invention, is that going to solve the millimeter problem? Well, no, it's not. Because you still have to take a reference from somewhere. And you still have to calculate if the attacker is in front of the last defender. You're still going to come down to millimeters. You're still going to come down to centimeters. Someone's going to come out and say, oh, but it's just the tip of my boot. That's just a millimeter. It's offside. You're still going down to the millimeter to calculate that. Because it's the same logic. It doesn't matter if you move one piece here and another piece there. We're still going to have to calculate it with a machine to see if you're offside by a millimeter, by a centimeter, by a foot. So it's not solving anything. All it's doing is giving the attacker a huge advantage. Now ask yourself this. If it was Lewandowski getting caught offside by Militao and Tchouaméni in the Clásicos, do you think the world would be putting a rule like this in place to adjust that? I don't think so. I highly doubt it. But since it's coming from this side and it's coming from Kiki and Mbappe, we have to all adjust what we're doing. And we're going to make sure that we give the attacker all the advantages in the world. It's also going to destroy any chance we had of maintaining attacking football in high-level competitions. Why? Because you can't press anymore. You can't play high up the field because the other player can stand a yard behind you and not be offside.